All right, let's talk about a piece of software that's been making some serious noise in the business world. GoHighLevel. You've probably heard of it as GHL for short. And the promise? Well, it's a big one. To completely change the game for how entrepreneurs and marketing agencies get things done. So let's dive right in. And this quote, this really hits the nail on the head. I mean, think about it. What do most of us want in our business? We want to cut our costs and we want to boost our revenue, right? GHL claims it helps with both. This isn't just another app on your phone. The idea is to actually shift your whole financial picture. Spend less, make more. Sounds great, but how? How does it actually pull that off? Okay, so before we can really appreciate the solution, we've got to talk about the problem it's trying to solve. And trust me, for a lot of small businesses out there, it's a big problem. I'm talking about a total mess of different software tools. Take a look at this. Does this give you a little bit of anxiety? Because it should. You've got your CRM for customer info, right? Then there's your email marketing tool and your phone system. Oh, and your funnel builder, plus a website builder, a booking calendar, a social media scheduler. It's just a lot. And every single one has its own login and its own monthly bill that just keeps adding up. The worst part? They don't talk to each other. This is what we call a scattered tech stack. And honestly, it's just a black hole for your time and your money. So, is there a better way? I mean, do you really have to juggle all that stuff forever? Well, that's exactly where GoHighLevel steps onto the stage. So what is it, really? At its heart, GoHighLevel is an all-in-one platform. The whole idea is to take all those separate tools we just talked about and smash them all together into one single system. It's meant to completely replace that messy stack and basically become the command center, the brain, really, for all of your sales and marketing. But all-in-one is kind of a buzzword, right? So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, let's break it down into three main jobs that GHL handles for you: capturing new leads, automating how you talk to them, and then, managing the whole operation. Okay, first things first, you need leads. You need to get potential customers to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested. And GoHighLevel gives you all the tools to make that happen. We're talking website builders, sales funnel builders, forms, surveys, the whole shebang. It's all about building those digital doorways for people to walk through. And here's a perfect example of how that works. A potential customer clicks your ad, and boom, they land on a beautiful landing page you built right inside GHL. They're interested, so they fill out a form, also built in GHL. And what happens next? It automatically sends them to your calendar to book a call. And guess what? The calendar is also in GHL. It takes someone from a complete stranger to a booked appointment, all without ever leaving the system. It's seamless. But, getting the lead is really just step one. It's what happens next that's the real game changer. This is where the magic happens, and frankly, where you're going to save a ridiculous amount of time. It's all about the follow-up. And GHL has this super powerful automation engine called Workflows to do all the heavy lifting for you. Now, when I say automate, I'm not talking about some basic thanks for your submission email. No. We're talking next level stuff. Just look at this real example from a user. Their workflow gets triggered when someone fills out a survey. Then it sends that info to Chatgpt to literally calculate a custom quote. When it creates a brand new form with a detailed breakdown, and then it emails that custom quote directly to the lead, all automatically. That is just wild. So to really wrap your head around this, here's a great analogy. GHL's workflows, they're not like Trello, which is super simple and structured. No, GHL is much more like Notion. It's this giant blank page. The flexibility is insane. You can build pretty much anything you can dream up. But, and this is a big but, that comes with a much steeper learning curve. It is not a plug-and-play situation. All right, so we've got the lead, we've automated the heck out of the follow-up. What's left? Well, now you've got to actually manage everything, the day-to-day stuff, the customer relationships, and that's the final piece of this puzzle. And yep, you guessed it, GHL packs a ton of management tools right into the platform. You get a built-in CRM, so you can track every single touch point with a lead. You've got reputation management to keep an eye on your online reviews and even ask for more. You can build out a whole client portal for courses or memberships. There's even a social media planner to schedule out all your posts. And of course, all the reporting to see what's actually working. All of it in one place. Okay, so it's clear this thing is powerful, like really powerful. But let's get real for a second. Like any piece of software this ambitious, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So let's take a look at what actual users are saying: the good, the bad, and the ugly. On one side of the coin, you've got people like this. These are the folks who really dug in. They powered through that learning curve, and then it just clicked. They had that aha moment. They see the full potential, and they become total fans, telling everyone how amazing it is to have their whole business running on one system.
But then you flip that coin over and you see comments like this one. This is the frustration side. People running into bugs, things feeling a bit clunky, or features that just don't quite work the way they're supposed to. And it kind of makes sense, right? When you have a platform that's adding new stuff so fast, sometimes stability can take a hit.
And this comment right here, this really gets to the core of the biggest challenge. A lot of the time, the frustration isn't even about bugs. It's just about how overwhelmingly complex it can be at first. Like this person says, it takes training, it takes experience, it's not intuitive. And that's the key takeaway. You have got to be ready to put in the time to learn it. Okay, now I want to talk about one specific feature that is an absolute game changer, especially if you run a marketing agency. It's this thing called white labeling, and it's what really makes GHL stand out from the crowd. So what is white labeling? It's pretty incredible. It means an agency can take the entire GoHighLevel software, slap their own brand and logo on it, and then resell it to their own clients as if it's their software. This is huge. You go from just being a service provider to being a full-blown software company with predictable, recurring revenue every single month. And this chart just lays it all out so clearly. Look, as an agency, you pay one fixed fee to go high level, right? But then you can turn around and sell your version of the software. You could charge client one $297 a month. Maybe client two gets a bigger package for $497. You see how this works? Your cost is fixed, but your revenue can just keep growing with every new client. It's an incredibly stable and profitable business model.
So, we've seen the incredible power, we've acknowledged the very real frustrations, and we've looked at this crazy white label business model. It all brings us back to the big question. Is it actually worth it to put all your eggs in this one basket?
Let's just recap, right? The pros are massive. You get to ditch a bunch of other tools and save money. You get access to these insane automation capabilities. And if you're an agency, you can literally build a whole new SaaS business. But the cons, they're real too. There's that super steep learning curve that's going to demand a lot of your time. And you might run into bugs along the way that will, for sure, be frustrating.
And that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. What's the bigger pain? Is it the constant low-grade headache of juggling a dozen disconnected apps? Or is it the intense, upfront pain of dedicating yourself to learning one single, powerful, but yeah, pretty complex system? The answer to that question, well, that's going to tell you everything you need to know.